All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are just waiting to load in. We are at the Hungary ring tonight. And it looks like MS3 is going to be the first person out on track. Looks like Flo is also released into the track as well. So first two on their out laps. And this track is going to get very busy very quickly during this qualifying session. As MS3 now coming into sector 3. And Gears and Meso have also released into the track. Now MS3 about to start his first flying lap. A little bit of a lock up in one. He's missed the apex a little bit. But where's he going to set the benchmark? Oh, almost loses it right there. Coming up the hill now, cars getting out of the way. Now about to expend all of the battery. And it's a 1:15.5 at the timing line. What can Gears put in? He is on the medium tyre, so this will be interesting. Flow's put in a 1:17 flat. And Gears will be the first into the 14s with a 14.9, and that was on the medium tyre. And Meso's done a 15.01, so not that far off of Gears. On board with Sir Joshy. Let's see where he can put it in this Mercedes. Still quite a bit of the battery in reserve, in fact, as well, coming down the final straight. And he'll do a 1:13.9. Just over a second quicker than Gears, but Gears was on the medium tyre, so it'll be interesting to see what Gears can do on the soft. Roadster, meanwhile, coming through. I think, yeah, that is KB just in front on track. And it looks like Bruce has bailed out of a lap. So KB's just starting his lap. $13.9, the time to beat. Primary Red Bull driver. And he's all up and over the curbs as well, using every millimetre of road. We got yellows in sector one, but it's probably just coupled off to the side. $13.9, the time to beat for KB. What can he do? And it's a 15 flat, and it's good enough for P3 so far. And Combined shortly about to put his first flying lap in. Sammy's also started a flying lap. Could get quite tight at the front. All right, Combine's about to come across the line. And only a 16.0. Sammy getting up and over the curbs. Where can he place that, Williams? Got a bit of traffic coming up as well, so he's going to have to bear that in mind. A little bit of a twitch coming out of the penultimate turn. And Sammy's going to punch his time card, and it's a 14.3. Just reaching the top of the hill. See what he can put in. Oh, and that's unfortunate because that will kill the lap. Igalo in the McLaren. Now, what can he do versus his teammate? And also MS3 has put in a 14.7, and that elevates him to P3. Jello across the line, and it's a 16.8, 2/10 quicker than his teammate. Rodster just approaching sector 3 now. Used a lot of battery. Be interesting to see what he can put in. It's very tight at the top end of town. And Data and Cookie are also on outlaps. Across the line he goes, and it's good enough for P3 with a 14.5. So it's getting very tight at the top end of town. I believe KB is about to start. Nope, he's coming into the pits. The gears have switched over to the soft tyre now. We're just on board with Meso, who appears to be on a lap. Currently sat P7 with a 15 flat. And it looks like that is curtains for the lap. Yep, he's backed it right off. He has invalidated that. Right, so Cookie, the second of the Mercedes. In sector 3 now. Now, how far up the grid can he put it? Fair bit of battery left. And he'll only go P12. It's a 19.1, so something's happened on the lap. Now, Data, what can he put in? Rounding the final turn. And he'll go a 14.5, but also Sir Josh has done a 13.5. So it's now about 8/10 the gap between first and second. Yeah, it's just starting his lap. See what he can get done. Like a pretty decent lap right now, right on the limit. A little bit of a snap out of the chicane. Didn't look terrible. Trying to use every millimetre of road right now. Through the final turn. About to punch his time card. And it's a 14.3, good enough for third place. Got just over 4.5 minutes. He's 4.5 on the dot now. Lowe trying to improve his position. Currently set on a 17 flat. And also one of the Haas getting out of the way there. And Sammy, meanwhile, has gone a 13.9. So only 2 drivers in the 13s right now. Out of the final turn. And only able to go to a 16.6. Meanwhile, MS3 currently on a 14.7, hoping to improve. And the car looking a lot more stable for MS3 on this loop. He's definitely a lot more comfortable with it. He's using a lot more of the track and really nailing the apexes. So this should be a pretty significant improvement. Going to come out and across the line, and he's going to go up to P3 with a 14.2. It's a very good lap. Jello's also just started a fresh lap. We'll probably have only about 2 minutes or so to go. Now, yep, 2 minutes, 20 seconds. So, track's about to get very busy with last-minute laps. Oh, big snap of oversteer there for Jello. And again. Question is, will the lap be an improvement? Oh, almost loses it right there. Big slide, and that was a really good catch. Jeez, he would have been putting so much opposite lock into that. That was a really, really good catch. He'll come across the line. And it's 16.4. Hey, so on a flyer now. Looks like it. I believe that is Data behind him, so Data's probably going to try and take the toe. So almost out of fuel. Less than a minute remains. And MS3, Sir Joshi, Brodster, and Cookie all in the pit, so their quali is done. Gears and Flo are on out laps, and everybody else is on a hot lap right now. And Meso will go up to 7th. Now Data getting that toe down the straight. Oh boy, has a big moment there. That may have undone that toe. It's definitely going to have hurt the lap. He was right out on the dirt there. So what can Data get done? Got one crack at it. Oh, that I'm pretty sure will have invalidated the lap. And looks like Combined is also finished. Now KB, what can he do? Sammy couldn't quite get there. Gears is still on a lap. Yep, Data's bailed out of it. And Mesa's on an in lap. It's going to be a very tight field, at least for the top 8. They are very, very close on pace. We'll see how they are. We'll see how they are at the end of turn 1, though. All right, here we go. 5 red lights coming to life. And it's go. It looks like a fairly clean start. Big lock up there from Joshy coming into T1. Oh, big slide there from MS3. He's going to lose a bunch of places. And it's getting really, really tight right now. I think we've managed to get through. Without incident. So everybody's still in it by the looks, and MS3 force up on the curb there. DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap. Majority of drivers are on the mediums. Data and Shark, the only ones on the hards. Oh, Meso's already got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. As MS3 fires it down the inside. Oh, and there's a spin already. That's no good for Brodster, and Cookie's out of the race as well. Now the teammates. And it's the Red Bulls and Aston Martins line to stern as well. Sammy and Sir Joshy just pretty much running away with it. KB's gone a little wide, and I think that might have opened the door to Data. He's managed to defend it. Oh, KB, big moment there, right off the track. And he's going to have lost touch with the DRS as well. Meanwhile, top end of town and Sammy's all over the back of Joshy. And Gear's trying to hang on to that DRS. And now we'll feel the effect of it. Sammy now fast slap 16.8 in race trim. KB not really going to have an answer for the Aston Martin there with the DRS. He's at least managed to defend from Meso. Meso's all over the back of him right now. That's not a place you want to try it, Meso, just by the way. A little bit of a snap from KB's car. KB trying to attack one Aston and trying to defend from another. And we've got yellows in sector 2. And they are cleared now. Back at the top end of town, it's Sammy on Joshy. Six tenths the gap. Can Sam make the DRS work for him? Yes, it's completely out of DRS range this time. Well, not the first zone, but maybe the second. Half a second the gap now. He's actually lost quite a bit of time at the exit there. Meanwhile, MS3 having to defend from Data, and Data's on the harder tyre as well. And Meso, meanwhile, has gone past KB, and KB now having to defend from combined. And Brodster's got a 3-second time penalty for curb hopping. KB trying to stay within DRS, and we've got a caution in sector 1. Oh, looks like Shark's having a little bit of a mare. He's probably going to want to get back to the pits and get that fixed. Meanwhile, MS3 and Data, the battle heating up. Because Data right over the back of MS3 at the moment. And combines into the pits. This is either a significant undercut, or he's got a broken front wing. Into the lane. Yeah, and it's a new front wing that he needs. I'm not sure if that's happened by himself or... And with 30 laps to go, Flo's got a 3-second time penalty now for curb hopping. Lots of people getting done with curb hopping penalties, so everybody's going to have to watch the track limits here, and Data is all over the back of MS3 right now. MS3 is doing a fantastic job at defending this. And it is going to bring Meso and KB right back into it. And I'm not sure, but I suspect that MS3 might have had a little bit of a helping hand in that slide there. As the Netsu losing a few places. KB now all over the back of Meso. And both Red Bulls have the DRS on both of the Astons. Carbon copy at the top end of town at the moment. Half a second the gap for KB. You're just going to wonder what the battery and what the tyre life look like. Meso has a little bit of a moment through the kink, so This could be what KB was waiting for. He's going to put maximum pressure on him right now. MS3 is putting maximum pressure on Data. KB is almost touching Meso's gearbox right now. 1/10 the gap, and KB going to try and go right round the outside of him. KB definitely with the momentum. Really applying the pressure to Meso right now. And he got a fantastic run onto the straight. It's not going to be enough, not even with the DRS. KB's going to try and switch it back on him. And can KB go right around the outside here? Just barely given the room. They're side by side. Meso almost lost it. It looks like Brodston's in the pits. So it's not a good day for the Kick Sauber boys. Looks like MS3 has lost touch with Data. The gap is sort of holding station between Joshi and Sammy right now. Oh, big snap from the McLaren of Taigello there. He's got his teammate Antonetsu right behind him. Pretty much the two main battles at the moment are from 6th down to 10th. Everyone else sort of spread out a little bit. Oh! Oh, that's KB! Bit of damage to the front wing. We'll see if there are any telltale signs on Meso's car. And Shark with a 3-second time penalty. And Meso looks to be going slow. I think there may have been contact there. Meanwhile, 7th, 8th, 9th. It looks like Zenitsu are going to try and set up a move on Flow. That's going to help Taigello get away as well. Zenitsu trying to go all the way around the outside. Meso's into the pits. Okay, he's either on a 2-stop or he's going to try and make 26 laps work. Now KB's also in. He needs that front wing change. He's gone onto the hards. Going to lose quite a few places here, and he's dropped and he's away. Shadlow in the Ferrari is all over the back of Brodster right now. And it looks like Shadlow's got a damaged front wing as well. Oh, yeah, that's got a lot of damage on it, actually. Yeah, he needs to pit. He's lost about 2/3 of the front wing. He's going to really struggle if he doesn't pit. And something must have happened to Sammy, because Sammy's down in 4th now. The big drama going on at the top end of town. Looks like Tygello managing to hold on to P6 at the moment. Courtesy of his teammate Flo being currently engaged with Zenitsu. And yep, Shadlow is in the pits. And Shadlow's out of the race. So our second casualty of the race. All things being fair, Shadlow probably could have made the halves work. So, but looks like he's chosen to retire it. Oh, and Sammy now with a time penalty, a 3-second time penalty for curb hopping. About half the remaining field currently have penalties for curb hopping. And looks like MS3 in the pits. We'll see where he comes out. And Flo's also come in. And it's a good stop. A good stop for MS3. Flo's in. Decent stop for Flo. And Zenitsu now really managing to catch the gap on Tygello. Now, is he going to return the favour? Is he going to hold Zenitsu up for his teammate? Because Zenitsu still needs the pit. Or Meso with another penalty. That's going to be 6 seconds of penalties for him now. And it looks like Gears and Joshi both in the pits. And Tygello now with a 3-second time penalty. I imagine at this point he's just going to be trying to hold Zenitsu up for his teammate. Zenitsu's going to send it down the inside. And it was a fair effort from Tygello. MS3 now he's right on the back of Meso. And MS3 doesn't have a penalty, whereas Meso has 6 seconds in penalties. And Zenitsu now has a penalty, so that situation neutral between him and Tygello. And can MS3 get Meso? MS3 on the fresher tyres. I think MS3 has just got to be patient here. Should be able to get past him in the DRS zone. He's staying right on, a little bit of a twitch there. Into the DRS zone now. Actually lost a bit of time out of that final turn. DRS really going to help him here. It's going to bring that gap down to about 5/10. He got a much better exit. But not quite enough to be able to get Meso down the hill. Meanwhile, combined and Broadster, the two kick salvers, they are back in the top 10. Now, the question is, will Combine let Broadster go past? Broadster is clearly quicker, but he does also have that penalty, so we'll see just how much cooperation there is between teammates and Josh has done a 16.5, and that's new fastest lap of the race. Meanwhile, Sammy is back up to P2, but he is on 13 lap old mediums. And Zenitsu now in the pits. It's going to be interesting to see if Flo can get past him. And, you know, I think Flo will, because here he comes. Going to be tight at the exit, but he is past him. Actually, it's not at all tight. It's quite a significant gap. I believe KB will be hoping for a safety car at this point. Quite a few of the drivers in front of him have been into the pits, and he hasn't been able to really gain the places against them, but, you know, racing and anything can happen. And MS3, meanwhile, all over the back of Ty Jello. MS3 is just going to be patient. He'll have him in the DRS zone. The pace of the Red Bull in MS3's hands is just going to be too much for Ty Jello. Got the DRS. He double feints him. And it's a nice move, and Mesa's also got to pass Sammy as well. So Sammy down to P5 from the pits. But he is on the fresher hards, so this is going to make things rather interesting. Because he's actually right on the back of me, so trying to get the tyres up to temperature. It's about 9 tenths, just inside the DRS range. But he's really bringing it down now. So it's down to 4 tenths, 3 tenths. Now, Sammy, he'll just be smart about it. He'll wait to the DRS. It's too close to not wait now. And MS3 slowly catching up in the background. MS3 just outside of DRS, unfortunately. And Sammy's going to go around Meso and with no real resistance in the DRS zone. And Bronson's gone past Ty Jello meanwhile as well. But I tell you what, MS3 is actually in a really good position right now to pick up a couple of places. Because with the two drivers in front of him having penalties, he's essentially running P4. So far, with no safety car, it's been a pretty decent race. A couple of gaps are starting to form, but also strategy starting to come into effect. And Sammy now actually has the fastest lap of the 16.4, so he's really on the hunt for Josh. Sammy is on much fresher tyres. A little bit of a snap of oversteer there for MS3. And it looks like Ty Jello is in the pits. And that'll elevate KB up to P11. And Data has had to give up the place to Joshi. But Data's in a really good position to actually make the soft tires work. Still a little too early to say. MS3 though is right on the back of Meso. He's going to get the DRS. And Meso's going to stick the car there and try and defend as best he can. Oh no, MS3's lost it. He's going to have to flick spin it. Going to lose a lot of time with that. And Brodson's going to go through as well in the meantime. An unfortunate mistake for MS3 and all that hard work undone. And the Salvers have been quietly creeping through the field. Meanwhile, in the mid pack, Flo is right on the back of Zenitsu. So this could start to get a little spicy. Flo's actually lost a bit of ground there, so he'll probably not get the DRS. MS3, meanwhile, he's managed to dust himself off. He's got himself right on the back of Brodster. We just entered the start of lap 20, so still 16 laps to go. MS3 will get the DRS. MS3 trying to make amends. He's going to have it down the hill. Is he going to have a crack? He had a look, but he thinks better of it. Oh, we got yellows in sector 2. MS3 really hassling Brodster right now. Only 6 tenths to gap, 5 tenths now. He's going to have the DRS. See just how quickly he can catch up. And Brodster just able to defend it. He's just able to keep the car there. And it means that he's first to the gas. And MS3 is just having to wait, and it sends MS3 back every time. But MS3 has got the gap down to about 2 tenths now, so he's almost on the gearbox of Brodster. Can he hassle him into a mistake? Oh, big save there from MS3. The Shark now with a 3-second time penalty. Data's into the pits now as well. 14 laps to go. Go on to the medium tyre. How much work is Data going to have to do? Down to P4 now. He's come out of. He's probably going to come out of the pits in P4. He has come out of the pits in P4. And MS3 might just be back enough. But yeah, it looks like Bronze is not going to try too hard to defend. But this might actually be the run that MS3 needed. MS3 just looking to feint a little bit. Bronze getting a little twitchy in front of him. Shark's gone onto the medium tyre. Roughly a lap down from the leaders now. A little bit of a snap there from Broadster. And again, MS3 might be able to actually grab him here. Looks like MS3 has the momentum. Only a 3/10 gap. The DRS is open. Gonna pull alongside him and it should be move done. And Broadster with the switchback. But he had to come out shallow, and that's cost him, especially with MS3 having the DRS. So MS3 making up for that earlier mistake. He's now got a 4.5 second gap to Meso. Meanwhile, Data, 2 second gap, and it's coming down to Sammy. And Sammy has the penalty anyway. So we'll see how Data is on the strategy. Because the track is very well rubbered in now. And he's on the softer, faster, newer tyre. And Data with the 16 flat, and that is the fastest lap of the race now. It's only a matter of time. And Broadster still sticking with MS3, combines into the pits. Broadster trying to hang on to MS3, but it just does not look like it's going to happen. Looks like Sammy's picked the pace up a little bit. I believe Sammy needs to get about 3 seconds clear with that penalty looming over him. And that's going to be very hard to do with Data behind him, and especially with him being on the softer tyre. Gap is come down. It's almost a second now. DRS will probably be on at the end of this lap. Meanwhile, down the back end of town, looks like Tigelo all over the back of KB. KB's going to try and defend it. Oh, Meso's got another penalty. I believe that's 9 seconds now for Meso. And yep, looks like Data will be on here. DRS open and he's using that toe. We're all over the back of Sammy here. That's caught him right up to the back of Sammy. A little bit of a twitch on the exit there. In MS3. Okay, so Meso's pulled into the pit, so MS3 now up to P5. Looks like Meso on the 2-stop, going back to a fresh set of medium tyres. We've got 10 to go. It looks like for those who are on the 2-stop, that the 2-stop is actually working out not terribly. Or rather, it's at this point being just as efficient as the 1-stop. Data right on the back of Sammy now. And there is nothing that Sammy could do about that. There's about 20 seconds to the lead, 21 seconds to the lead for Data now. See if he can make that up. Meanwhile, Combiners on KB, and this is not a place you usually find these two. And also, they've got him past Tigelo, the both of them, in fact. A little bit of a battle pack here. This could get interesting. And looks like KB not even going to offer up any sort of defense there. Oh, boy. And that was Tigelo almost collecting the back of Combined. Mine's also on a fresher medium tyre, so this is going to get interesting. And in fact, he's only about 2 seconds away from being able to take the place off Meso because of the penalties that Meso has. And Combine has somewhat gone off to the races. He's actually broken the DRS from Tigelo. So none of the three of them will get DRS. Sammy somehow has managed to stay up with Data, though. And it is only half a second, but Sammy does have those penalties. Oh, and safety car deployed. So something's happened. Oh, I think it might be involving Shark. He's completely lost the front wing. late safety car has absolutely turned this race on its head. Now, Joshy, he needs to go into the pits and get onto those soft tyres. In fact, I would say at this stage, everybody is going to go through the pits. Yeah, Brodster, Zanetsu, Meso, they're all in. Yep, soft tyres is the call, and Mason's got a 10-second penalty for speeding in the lane. Yeah, everybody's coming in. Penalties are going to play a massive factor now. It's an absolute traffic jam in pit lane right now, and Meso's out of the race. That's the race leader in. Gears is in as well. Yep, everybody coming in. It is absolute chaos in pit lane right now. Okay, so it looks like Mace was actually crashed under the safety car. At least from the images that I'm getting. Safety car has caught the leader now. So this safety car just brought a whole lot of people back into the race. I think Shark is technically still on the lead lap. Luckily for him. And Combine decided to avoid the chaos he's come in the next lap. That was actually a very smart move, though. No, he's coming again. Did they not? Oh, they didn't change the front wing. Oh, Combine needs to get out of the pits. Oh, thankfully he is. It's going to take a couple of laps for everybody to actually catch up. So we're probably going to have, I would hazard a guess at two racing laps based on the pace of everybody catching up. Rather surprised that NS3 didn't come through the pits, though. He had the free stop behind and he wasn't actually going to catch anybody by staying out, so a little surprised that he has stayed out. And this could actually cost him some places. Strategically, at least. How spread the field was as well. There's barely going to be enough time for everybody to actually catch up, and then we're going to be racing again. And looks like Combine is back in the pit, so something not quite right there. And this could be very risky as well. If he's not careful, he will go a lap down. Obviously, Combine having some technical pit lane issues. There's 3 times in 3 laps he's been through the pits. And everybody's starting to catch up. Top 9 have caught up now. Lap 32, so we definitely won't be going until at least the end of this lap. So to be fair, this lap should be enough time for everyone to catch up. So we'll have 3 racing laps. And MS3 is going to be at a huge disadvantage on those hard tyres. See, everyone around him is on fresh tyres, and those hards are 21 laps old. Honestly, I think MS3 just dropped the ball. I think he just forgot to pit. Because, you know, everybody else went in and it was 27 seconds between him and Sammy, so... Yeah, I think he's just dropped the ball on that one. And safety car will be in this lap. Looks like everybody has caught up. Yeah, okay, so Shark is the lap down. So Joshy will control the restart. You know, from any point. I mean, pretty much from any point now, because there's the control line. And he's going to back it up. And he's gone. And I'm thinking may have caused some people cold. MS3's gained a place on Broadster. And then side by side there. Oh, few lockups. Is it through safely? I think Sammy tried to get it done on data. And all you can see at the moment is clouds of smoke. It's looking all right. MS3 is coming under siege from his teammate. And KB's going to go through. So MS3 definitely dropped the ball on not going into the pits. But so far, it looks like pretty much everybody's through cleanly. Because you know the age-old adage, safety cars breed safety cars. This fight could get interesting. Actually, to be fair, anywhere on the field could get interesting at this point. Joshy's tried to basically run away. A test the gap, but Gears is not going to let him get away that quickly. And Joshy with a 15.6, fastest lap of the race, DRS enabled. So they'll have it for 1 lap only, because they'll get it coming into the final lap, because of the nature of the DRS zones here. And oh, looks like something's happened to Ty Jello. He's just been caught out by the looks of it. He's trying to fight back with Zanetto. There's a little bit of wheel banging. They're both off the track there. And I think that Ty Jello's going to have a bit of a case of our support for that. Because that was definitely very unsportsmanlike. And KB's also got a penalty for curb hopping. So MS3 might be right back in this to get that place. Looks like Ty Jello going past Flo now. 2 teammates inverting places. And it's all going to be absolute chaos through the field at the moment. The top end of town, about to start the final lap. This is the only shot they'll have at DRS. Gears just outside of it. Sammy now with the fastest lap of the race. And those penalties are going to change a lot at the end. So we might see a few people actually leap. The top three, however, don't have penalties. So it's all on. Josh has got about a second to Gears. MS3's managed to go past Combined, flows out of the race. And Combined just got a penalty on the final lap as well. We're probably going to see some pretty significant changes to position. MS3 is probably going to be a big winner in all of this, depending on how the penalties fall. And Josh about to come across the line for the final time. All right, now's where the penalties are going to come into effect. And MS3 has managed to gain a place or two. Definitely a very spicy end to the race there. And Zenitsu gets the DOD. So a fairly solid effort from him and a very spicy end to the race. I can tell you what, there'll definitely be some post-race investigations, because that was quite a bit of chaos at the end of the race there. But that is all from us for tonight. Next week, we're under the city street lights in Las Vegas, and it is a sprint. So we will see you all then.